Yo, what's going on YouTube? CFX Aftershock here. In this video, I just want to do a ban list prediction video. I pretty much think I know what Konami's going to do with the ban list, so I just want to show you guys what I think. I'll post a list on the side. Alright, let's get started. First card, and the only card that I think is going to get banned, Brain Control. This card, ever since Synchros came out, this card has been at its peak pretty much. Just with all like the high attack monsters on the field and everything. You just save this until late game, you usually always win. It's ridiculous. Your opponent could have complete advantage, just low life points. You draw, go Brain Control for game. It's ridiculous. Now to the limited cards. First card, Judgment Dragon. Self-explanatory. When it's special summoned, you could pop the whole field. It's ridiculous. It's just, at 2, it's too much OTK. It happens so many times where they go Judgment Dragon, blow up, Judgment Dragon, summon a monster, attack for game. It's ridiculous. Definitely needs to go to 1. Next card, Beckoning Light. Personally, I think this is the best card in Light Swarm. You pretty much just set your play up, mill out a good portion of your deck, set Beckoning, next turn flip it, get back like double Judgment Dragon, Honest, Lumina, something like that, and you just OTK next turn. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the last card for Light Swarm, I think is going to get hit, Charge the Light Brigade to 1. If Road is at 1, Charge should be at 1. And not to mention, Charge has better effect than Rhoda because it sends 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard, the top 3. You could send Wolves, Necros, you're just getting so much advantage with Charge. It's ridiculous. If Road is at 1, Charge is definitely at 1. And I think it should always be at 1, even if Road is at 2, but that's just my opinion. So those are the only cards from Light Swarm that are going to get hit, I think. And now on to Zombies, what I think is going to be limited. Definitely Brionac. It's an amazing card. You should only be able to use 1, just because if it gets like bottomless, that's it, it's done. But when you have 2 or 3 in your extra deck, you get rid of 1, your opponent can still bring it out and OTK with it by dumping Mizukis or anything, and they just swarm with it. It's ridiculous. Next card, Goblin Zombie. I don't think they're going to kill zombies with the ban list. I think they're just going to slow the deck down a lot. So I still think it's going to see a lot of play, but putting Goblin Zombie at 1 is going to slow the deck down. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of ways to get it out, like Mystic Tomato and Pyramid Turtle, but just having it at 2, like being able to almost always get it in your hand first turn, it's just too good setup, because you just, when you get it in your graveyard, get your Mizuki to your hand, Synchro for Brionac, discard Mizuki, get this back. It just combos with this and Plague, in Brionac, it's just like a huge loop, and it's like 2 OTK based, so I think it should definitely go to 1 just to slow the deck down. Another card that I think should go to 1 is Foolish Burial, because if they limit like the Goblin Zombie and the Brionac, it'll slow zombies down a lot, so I think they might start to run Foolishes, just to like help speed up to get their cards in the graveyard and get the setup going. So that's why I think Foolish should go to 1. Just so the deck doesn't become too fast, because I still think it's going to see play next format. It's just going to be a lot slower, maybe even go old school kind of, with more zombie masters and everything. So that's what I think for that. Alright, next card that I think is going to be limited is Deap Sea Diva. It's probably the best turn we have out right now. When you summon it, you get usually another Diva, or level 3 or lower Sea Serpent to the field. So when you summon it, you have 2 tuners. It sets you up for like double synchros and pressing for game against your opponent. It's just such a game changer when it comes out. It's ridiculous. I think they should put it at 1. So if you go summon Diva, you cannot get another Diva and have that option to do a double synchro. So yeah, I mean, if they limit it, you could still bring out a level 3 Sea Serpent and just go for a level 5 synchro. So yeah, definitely limit it though. Next card should be limited is Burial from Different Dimension. Since I don't think they're going to be touching Mizuki, I think they should definitely put Burial to 1, just so people can't absolutely abuse Mizuki, like recycling it, like go remove Mizuki, special summon, and then go Burial and do it all over again. So Burial should definitely go to 1, just so people can't really abuse Mizuki as much. Next card that I think that's going to be put to 1 and coming back is Magician of Faith. This card I don't think will be as good as it was when it got banned, so I think it definitely deserves to come back. There's not like that many like game-changing spell cards right now in the game that will have that huge of an effect on the format or whatever, like if they bring it back because of its effect. So I think it'll definitely be cool right now. because like I said, brain control I think is getting banned. So the only other really game-changing card would be, I would assume, would be Heavy Storm, that you would get back with this. That would have that much of an effect in the game. But like I said, only one of the decks, so I think it would be pretty cool to see it come back, because it's a slow card and the game pace right now is pretty fast, so it'd be interesting to see it come back. Now to the semi-limited card. I think it's going to just be Solemn. This card was originally limited just to help Lightsworn become the #1 deck, because you couldn't really, with only one Solemn, you barely ever drew it, and you couldn't really protect your like Light Imprisoning Mirrors or Royal Oppressions that would shut down Lightsworn altogether. So I think that's why they limited it in the first place. And I think they're going to now put it back up to 2, because putting it back up to 2 would make it like a more skillful format. Like, people would have to like play more like consciously, like knowing that there's another Solemn. Your opponent can have like 2 Solemns instead of just 1. They can't like make like certain plays that they would. So I think it would definitely have a pretty good impact on the format. I think it'd be definitely for the better putting it back at 2, just so it'd be more of a control-based format. So yeah, definitely not 3 though, because 3 was absolutely amazing. No one really realized how good it was at 3 until it got limited. So yeah, I think Solemn definitely back to 2 would be cool. So yeah. But that's about it for the ban list. If you guys got any questions, just PM me. Definitely feel free to comment. Tell me what you guys think. I don't care if you agree or disagree. Just comment. I want to know what you guys are thinking. So I should have more videos up by the end of the week. More duels, another binder update probably. So yeah, just watch out for those, and comment, rate, subscribe. Peace, YouTube.